Good morning, I'm Dilip Thakur, editor of Education World.
Good morning, I'm Sumia Yasmin, managing editor.
This is the Education World weekly news roundup.
So, a quick roundup of the headlines. 35,000 teachers in Karnataka have lost their jobs.
The Karnataka High Court has admitted a plea against the state government's ban on online interaction between teachers and students in preschool to class 5.
Tamil Nadu High Court has asked the Tamil Nadu state government to explain how private schools and colleges can pay teachers' salaries if they cannot charge fees.
The SSLC, that is the class 10 exam in Karnataka, which has over 800,000 students, has begun today. Go back to the first story. A week ago, the Karnataka state government banned any online interaction between preschool to class 5 children on the grounds that it would increase the screen time of children. The parents community and the teachers community are outraged by this. Am I right?
Yes, you're correct.
Yes.
So the Karnataka High Court has admitted the petition and has asked the government to respond.
I think part of the reason why the High Court has admitted this plea is that on June 21 there was a huge Twitter storm protesting this ban on
online education, not just in
online
Karnataka.
interaction. Let's not call it education between preschool children and their teachers.
This Twitter storm was orchestrated by groups of parents as well as educators, and this was in the states of Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. Within 2 to 6 p.m., 40,000 tweets people tweeted with where they protested their ban on online education.
I think to some extent this must have influenced the High Court.
Yes, the basic argument was is the parents' right to decide if they want online education or not for their children.
Yes.
And it's the child's right to learning which cannot be taken away from them. Right to education actually translates in the right of children to learn.
No, I think the whole problem has arisen on the word education, but really what preschool teachers are saying that we are not going to educate children. We're going to interact with them and allow them to interact with their other children over Zoom and other apps.
Yes. In fact, today an interesting study has come out which says that this is good interaction, this is good screen time for them, and then on the other side there's a human being, now in this case a teacher interacting and speaking with them. That's not screen time, that cannot be classified as screen time for young children.
The problem is that these bureaucrats who know very little about education, they're just rushing where angels fear to tread. It should be left really to educationists to decide what's good for children. I mean, there's a wealth of material available as to what's good for preschool and youngest children.
Yes.
And it's not that, I think the Karnataka government's got it wrong. It's not that people are going to online classes. They're, as you say, they're interacting with each other, they're interacting with children, their teachers, and it's as the Early Childhood Education Association says, it's meant to be like a communication. It's not really education as such.
In fact, to highlight a survey which was done in Karnataka on online education by a coalition for right to learn schools, is that almost 70% of parents are happy with online education and they want online education.
Yes.
I mean, the COVID-19 pandemic has hit primary schools very badly. 35,000 teachers have lost their jobs across the state. This is
this is because of this ban on fee collection, am I right?
Yes, ban on fee collection.
The Karnataka government made another bloomer by issuing circulars and notifications asking schools not to collect fees.
Not to force parents to
not
pay
to force them to pay. And but at the same time, they want them to pay the teachers.
Yes. In fact, in the neighbouring state of Tamil Nadu, where a group of private schools associations have challenged a similar state government order of the Tamil Nadu government, wherein they say that not just private schools as well as private colleges should not force parents to pay fees throughout the lockdown period as well as into June, has been challenged And the Tamil Nadu High Court has asked the government to respond
To explain.
how can private schools and colleges pay teachers salaries if you're not allowing them to collect fees. The other big news in Karnataka is that it's perhaps one of the few states that has gone ahead with holding of the class 10 state board examinations. As we speak, 8.5 lakh students are writing their examinations across Karnataka today.
Yes, and the important thing is that the neighboring states of Tamil Nadu
And Telangana, they've cancelled the class 10
they cancelled
exam.
it and promoted students on the basis of their
Internal evaluation.
internal evaluation.
Yes.
But the reason given by the Karnataka Education Minister is quite interesting, because he says it's better to hold the exam now than to defer it to August, because the coronavirus COVID-19 peak is likely to peak in August or
Yes.
July, end July.
Yes.
One of the big issues also that's been debated a lot in social media and in education circles is examinations, school leaving
Yes.
board exams. So initially certain dates were set, CBSE exams were partially written and cancelled, and ICSE exams and class 12
So
exams.
now the final, as we go to broadcast, the final news is that both CBSE and CISE have cancelled their class 10 and 12 exams, which were supposed to be held between July 2nd to July 15th. Now all these board exams have been cancelled. CBSE has given students an optional class 12 exams. Whenever the time is conducive, a class 12 exam may be held. Ditto
To be written at the wishes of the students, right?
Ditto the CISE board class 10 exam is not going to be held, though again class 12 may be optional and may be held at a time conducive. As
Yes.
the COVID-19 pandemic, we all it's just a wait and watch game. We all are waiting to see how this pandemic
Yes.
pans out.
But this is likely to create a lot of problems at the college entrance admissions, right?
Yes.
How do you
Because
admit?
Karnataka is conducting its class 10 exam.
But that's the board exam.
Board exam, and CBSE and ICSE both have cancelled their class 10 exam. So it will be difficult for a college to judge a student against a
student who's
who's
written the
written
exam.
actually the state board exam, and a student which is being evaluated based on internal evaluation.
So it's likely to create a big problem
Yes.
at the admission level in,
Yes.
in
It's-
undergraduate colleges.
There may be a lot of resentment among students because it doesn't create a level playing field. And also, I think important development which has happened is that finally the Union HRD Ministry has asked NCRT to prepare a new NCF, which is the National Curriculum Framework. If you recall, the last NCF was done almost 15 years ago.
Yes. It's supposed to be ready by 2021, but it's
Yes.
unlikely though.
Yeah. Because yet the National Education Policy, which is supposed to ready in the previous BJP-led NDA government, is not yet ready.
Yes. Rumor is that they're trying to reconcile it with the national education policy being framed in Nagpur by the RSS. So, well, if you try and bridge the gap between the Kasturi Rangan Committee and the RSS agenda for education, it's going to take a very long time to resolve the matter. And just to round off this news roundup, there's a game of musical chairs going on in the top ranked schools in India. Dr. Japreet Singh.
Singh has been appointed the headmaster of the Doon School.
Yeah, he was earlier in the Punjab Public School in Nabha.
Yes, in fact, in July he's going to take charge.
Yes.
And Dr. Gurmeet Bindra was the first woman principal of Welland's Boys School, Dehradun. She's resigned and she's co-promoted her own school in
Own school.
DPS
And
Rajpura.
Dr. Bindra, we should add, was ranked the number one leader
Among boarding schools
Boarding
in the
schools.
Education World India School rankings for I think 4 years.
4 or 5 years.
consecutively.
So she had a very distinguished term in Welland Boys. Now she's gone off to start her own school
Yes.
in Rajpura in
Yes.
Punjab.
Yes, Edwin Christopher has taken charge as the principal of Bishop Cotton Boys School, Bangalore.
Bangalore and
Yes.
Bishop Cotton Boys School Shimla also
Has
has had, because Roy Robinson has resigned, and one has heard that they're going to get expatriate headmaster. Notwithstanding the bad experience that the Doon School had with two successive expatriate headmasters. So anyway, watch this space. We'll keep you posted.
Okay, goodbye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.